voices are the ones that bring the most profound peace. His legacy is a reminder that to be truly alive is to be loud, to be loving, and to be unapologetically original. For decades, Little Richard watched as the world borrowed from him, used his sound, his style, his rhythm, his very blueprint. Yet, the mainstream accolades were slow to arrive. Award shows often overlooked him, magazine covers rarely featured him, and history books made convenient omissions. But then, a shift occurred. A new generation of artists, those who had grown up studying the greats, began to speak out. James Brown declared, "Little Richard was my idol." Prince openly emulated his stage presence and publicly thanked him. Michael Jackson visited his home, calling him "my inspiration." And the Beatles, the most famous band on earth, repeatedly stated, "We learned everything from Little Richard." Suddenly, the world had to confront an undeniable truth. If the biggest artists in history all pointed to the same man, then perhaps history needed to be rewritten. Slowly, the honors began to arrive. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted him in its first ever class in 1986, recognizing that you couldn't build a Hall of Fame without the man who built rock and roll. Even in this moment of long overdue recognition, Little Richard, ever the showman, cracked jokes backstage, refusing to take himself too seriously. That was his magic. Behind the eyeliner, the towering pompadour, and the glitter suits that could blind from a mile away, Little Richard was, surprisingly, a man of simple habits. He prayed every morning, ironed his own clothes, and traveled with both a Bible and 2 hot combs, just in case. But what most people didn't know was that he was fundamentally shy. Yes, the man who screamed Awop-bop-aloobop on live television, who jumped on pianos and played them sideways, who dressed like a disco chandelier, was quiet at home. Soft-spoken, polite, almost gentle. His friends noted he never wanted to be a godfather of anything. He simply wanted people to have a good time and to know he meant no harm. Yet, beneath that humble personality, he carried an immense weight. The burden of being the first. The first to be copied, the first to be censored, the first to be misunderstood, the first to be told, "Tone it down," the first to be told, "No one will accept this." But he never toned it down. Not once. Not even on his worst days. Because Little Richard didn't just open the door to rock and roll. He blew it off the hinges, forever changing the landscape of music and culture. Tutti Frutti wasn't just a song. It was the first domino. And when it fell, the entire music industry, and indeed the world, changed. That opening